All right, you guys, welcome back. I am making rabbit tonight, and so this is one of our rabbits. I've deboned this whole thing. There's a lot of meat there. I actually might separate this and do 2 different meals with it because that's an awful lot of meat. So, but I am gonna go ahead, even though these should be really tender, I'm gonna tenderize them even further. I do this with my chicken. It helps keep the meat from drying out. It also tenderizes it. The best fried chicken you'll ever put in your mouth is that buttermilk fried chicken that I made. You can go back on my channel and look that up. It's delicious. It's in a few parts though. It was when I first started videoing. So I just make sure that it is drowning in buttermilk. The acids from the milk helps break down the meat, and it makes it absolutely delicious. Now, if I was doing fried chicken, I'd probably add some hot sauce in there, but I think we're going leaner, so I don't think I'm gonna fry it, although that is my husband's favorite way to have it. Maybe I'll let him have it that way. I'm actually thinking about barbecuing, but we'll see what happens. So this is going to go ahead and marinate for a couple of hours, and I'll bring you back when I've decided what I'm going to do with it. I just know that that's what I'm going to do. And if you're new, welcome. If you're revisiting, welcome back. And I've got another video I'm going to be uploading also that's kind of fun. So I'll go move on to that one. Save this one for you guys. All right, so I've decided with part of the rabbit, I am going to skewer it, barbecue it, and toss it in some spicy sauce of some sort. Haven't decided on the sauce yet, so you're going to have to stay along for the ride. I put the barbecue skewers in hot water, and I actually put them in the microwave to get that water really hot, so they suck that up really fast because I didn't think of this earlier. And so I've taken the most tender cuts out of the package, which this is like the back straps. I'm going to trim that excess bit of fat off that I missed. This is our favorite part, but I also have some leg meat. And so we've got both back straps of this rabbit, and then we're going to put some leg meat into the mix too. So because it's going to be on the hot grill searing, I don't want the meat to get tough on me. I want to just be able to cook it really fast. And it cooks about as fast as chicken breast. Rabbit's actually higher in protein and better for you than chicken breast. It's lower in fat overall because the fat doesn't marble through the meat. Like, well, chicken doesn't really either, but you really find it. And it's a lot easier to trim up after it's been in the fridge overnight. So the one I put in the freezer, I'll be doing the trimming when I get that out. So I think what I want to do with these pieces anyway is just cut them on the diagonal there. And this, I'm going to cut it like this down the center. And that looks good. I want them to cook pretty evenly, so I'm going to try to make my pieces about the same. Look how pretty that is. That's just a really nice, lean, white meat that, they used to eat this a lot during World War II. And then I think people got away from it. I know we had it growing up, and we raised rabbits, but I will say there's a little bit of work to it. I've got to say, and I already have 2 jobs, so I don't really need another one. But I do like the idea of being more self-sustaining and improving my lifestyle and my diet at the same time without depending on a styrofoam box at the store to keep the hormones and additives out of my meat. So this one over here looks really nice. These 2 rabbits were pretty big. They were 6 months old, which is a little, I believe it's probably a little old. Butchering rabbits should be done at a younger age, but I just couldn't I didn't see the need. So I finally decided that it was time. They had out, you know, pretty much, if you think about it, if they're there to feed you, then there's a time and a place where it becomes not cost effective anymore to feed them, and that's really what had happened with these two. So, that being said, I hope nobody has a problem with that. I did not buy them as pets. They were treated just as well as a pet, but I didn't go out there and coddle them every day and kiss them and hug them and then decide one day I'd whack them. They were actually put out there for that purpose, to feed us. So this works into my eating lighter, just because of the low fat content. I think the other part of this rabbit is going to go for a soup. I'm going to make a stew of sorts, vegetables. So you can see I've got these narrow pieces that are going down, just because of the way I'm going to use the skewers. And you could actually, like these pieces, you can actually pound them out and make a cutlet, and that would be good, you know, with a little panko, breadcrumb action. It would be delicious. Okay. Toss that excess fat. Get my skewers out here. So I always tend to poke myself with these skewers. I hate that because it really does hurt. It can make you bleed. So be very careful when you're skewering meat or anything, vegetables, meat. I do not skewer vegetables and meat together most of the time, unless it's a vegetable that's going to hold up to a long-term cooking process, because it's I don't know, it's cross-contamination to me. If they don't get done, you might have a problem. So I've got these all skewered, and now I'm going to season these up. So what I want to do is get these kind of spread out as even as possible. I'm going to need a brush. I love these silicone brushes. So I'm just going to drizzle my brush with olive oil and drizzle that olive oil because this is a really lean meat. Remember, it's not going to, I don't want it to stick to the barbecue. It doesn't have anywhere to release. So I'm going to get this side seasoned with salt and pepper, and we're not going to over season it because I'm going to dip it in wing sauce. You could dip this in an Asian inspired sauce. You could dip this in barbecue. We might do barbecue too, but my first thought was wing sauce because we love that. And I have, this is parsley that I just took off the dehydrator this morning. Look how pretty and bright green it is compared to down at the bottom where the store brand I buy in bulk. It's all kind of discolored, I don't know. And it smells like fresh parsley. So I suggest whenever you get a chance and you're out there and you've got vegetables like that or herbs that go on sale, like this was 25 cents a bundle, and I should have bought a ton. I really should have, but I didn't. I do the same thing with cilantro. So this is my homemade garlic powder, which I also took off the dehydrator this morning. I did about 3 pounds of it yesterday, along with the parsley. And then you're just going to flip these skewers. So you expose the other side so we can season it. Okay, now we're out here. I've got the grill all preheated. It's hot, hot, hot. And I'm going to put these skewers on. And They're not going to take that long. It's going to be like chicken breast, really. So don't go away and forget them. Woo, that's hot. And I like to fire it up a little bit. That way we have a little show. Alright, it's time to turn them. It goes really fast. They smell amazing. That charred grill marks on them. You know it's going to have that charred flavor. Just delicious. So I've got my sauce all ready, and you want to make sure when you touch the meat that it's pretty firm and that it doesn't bounce like that. Bouncing means not done. So it's got a few more minutes. I'm going to turn this down maybe to a medium heat, and we'll cook it a little bit slower. Alright, another segment here. It's ready to take off the grill. I feel like it's got enough give, but not too much. So we'll see when we get in the house, I guess. Right? At least I know these smaller pieces are definitely done. Even this big, thick piece, that's all that tenderloin, that's done. The only pieces that one might not be. The only pieces that would concern me are these leg meat. So I'm going to leave those on, but I'm going to take you inside and show you what I got. Okay, I'm back, and we've got the results. And I have to tell you, I got a little bite. It is delicious. I just wanted to make sure it was going to come off these skewers, and it takes a little bit of work, but it's all good. I'm going to get, this one might take a little more than a little work because it's in kind of all in one piece back here, but we'll see. That's why it's YouTube. It's, oh, there you go. No problem. So you're going to take these off, or not. I'm going to save you from seeing a Pam's commercial and myself. So I did whip up some homemade barbecue sauce, and really all this is a tablespoon of molasses, probably a third of a cup of ketchup, a couple drops of liquid smoke, my garlic powder, red wine vinegar, and some cayenne. That's it. It's a really easy, quick barbecue sauce. Look how pretty that is. Mmm. The rabbit is cooked perfect. Okay, and then this dipping sauce is hot wing sauce. It's just Frank's Red Hot and butter. Mmm. Oh my gosh, I don't know which one's my favorite. I love them both. Mmm. So there's my barbecued rabbit with sauces on the side, and I hope you step outside your box. Try it if you're trying to eat a little leaner or trying to eat healthier. I challenge you. I hope you're inspired, and I challenge you to try new things. You know what? It's all good, and it's so good for you. So, okay, YouTube. I hope you're inspired. I hope you rate and comment, and I'll see you next time.